Alright, here we are, once again at Wily's castle. Thankfully there's no third castle, they haven't done that yet, and I can tell you now they never will. It never got that bad, where it's just like, alright, I beat Wiley Castle. Oh no, there was another Wiley Castle right next to this one! But anyway, this is Wily Stage 3, and hey, there's a capsule right here. You know what that means. It's time for the Robot Mastery fights. So let's equip Star Crash and fight Gravity Man. So, Gravity Man is a fun one because, you know, he's a Robot Master who prefers to work alone. He's very solitary. Loves gravity, which is why he fucking hates space. Because gravity is a planets thing, mostly. So I guess that's why he's weak to Star Crash. He just hates space so much. Stick to a planet where there's gravity. That's the only celestial thing that's good. Alright, so, Wave Man. Also pretty solitary. He just likes being in the ocean, hates pollution, and is also very emotional. Just in general, not just about gravity. Not just about gravity and the lack thereof in space, which Gravity Man despises. Also, Wave Man's weakness is Charge Kick, which sucks. I don't like fighting him with Charge Kick. I actually feel like it's a little riskier, actually. Next off is Stone Man. You know, slightly resembling Gutsman, he does actually get along well with Gutsman. Goes out and drinks oil every Friday night, you know, gets the week over and done with. Otherwise, he's just kind of stubborn, just very rock-like in his resolve, or stone-like, I guess. MegaMan is rock-like in his resolve. If we're going by the Japanese name. Starman, of course. Very emotional. Apparently he's a romanticist. Refers to himself by the nickname of the Splendid Noble Youth, according to the Robot Master Field Guide, apparently. And yeah, he just wants to go to space with a love of his own, which won't be Gravity Man, because I should emphasize, Gravity Man will not go to space, he hates it. Here's Crystal Man. His whole thing is crystal balls, so of course he's a fortune teller, and which also means that he hates scientists, which is definitely a weird quirk for a robot to have, I'll admit. That's kind of funny. You birthed me, but fuck you, I only believe in astrology. Here's Napalm Man. The funny thing about Napalm Man is all of the other Robot Masters think he's terrifying because he's Napalm Man. He's a horrifying weapon. But actually, he is smarter than you would think, and in fact, he is a master of weapons and negotiation, which, good, I guess. Good that the robot, who just has nukes on him, can negotiate. Hopefully, he's read up on mutually assured destruction and thinks, actually, it's a bad idea if everybody has nukes. That, in fact, makes everything worse. Anyway, Chargeman is an old man. I guess that's why he's the, coal train. He's very old-fashioned. Fun fact about him, there's a later game in the series which, gives info on Robot Masters. His dislike in that for the English version is, trendy fashion or something, because, he's an old man train. In the Japanese version, his dislike is things written in katakana. Which, I appreciate that joke enough as it is, and I don't know Japanese well enough to, know the intricacies of it. I just know that it's not, new or anything, at least, not that new, but also, old men, I guess, just hate it as well. Anyway, that was Gyro Man. I didn't really talk about him. His only thing is that he flies, and therefore, he literally looks down on everybody, so he's very vain. And so, we've reached Wily. That's his only gimmick, trying to crush you. So yeah, the Wily press is really, really easy. Stick towards the center, and when Wily tries to crush you, just jump over the other side and dodge him. Make sure to press the jump button when you go over that pit, because the pit's more dangerous than Wily is. It'll just kill ya. But yeah, Apparently his weakness is Star Crash, but it's easier to just hit him with Mega Buster. Like, can you imagine trying to throw up a shield and throw it at this guy? If you hit the bottom of this thing, it will deflect, so like... Mega Buster's just better, it travels in a straight line, it's easier to hit him. Ah well, one more shot, and... Wily is done. Oh, but there he goes, off in his fucking Dreamcast cartridge that he has. I guess that's just his thing now. He really wants to raise his Chow, but like with a really big VMU. This one can hold extra data, and it's got like 50 pixels instead of 30 or whatever, I don't know. I don't know a thing about the VMU, I'm sorry. Anyway, final stage. Will there be anything in our way? Yes, this really obnoxious robot that shoots lasers everywhere and respawns so easily. That was a previous game enemy, right? Was that 3 or 4? I want to say that was a Mega Man 4 enemy? I'm probably wrong about that. Either way, though, I wish it stayed gone. Go back to your own game and stay there, even though your lasers really aren't as difficult to dodge as I'm making them out to be. Alright, so let's refill our weapons. And let's just see what we're going to be using for the boss. That's right, Super Arrow. Yeah, I'm not kidding ya. Wily Machine 5 is weak to Super Arrow. Also, he fires very quickly. Thankfully, Super Arrow does a lot of damage because, of course, if you don't time it right or you don't aim it right, Super Arrow has a real hard time keeping energy. And here it is, Wiley Capsule. This Wiley Capsule is weak to beat, which is good because it means you can pretty much hit him at any time. Which is handy because, dang, he can appear out of your reach sometimes, and he wouldn't really take that much damage with a Buster. His shots aren't terrible to dodge though, and thanks to the fact that he's weak to beats, that means you can have an even easier time dodging his shots, because I wouldn't have a hard time if I had to shoot Wily normally. But yeah, I can focus all of my energy on dodging, so yeah. It's an even easier Wily Capsule than the one in Mega Man 4. You know, I had to use Pharaoh Shot for that one. Beat also helps keep track of where Wily is. Which, you know, again, you don't have to actively shoot Wily here, so it's not like you need tracking, but, you know, it helps you at least prepare for, once again, may I reiterate, very easy shots to dodge. Sometimes. Other times Beat doesn't track, but yeah, doesn't really need to that much. He just needs to hit. That's all he's got. So all you gotta do, Beat, is spin around and peck, I guess. Or just exist within Wily. Exist within Wily and cause him pain, because Wily just really hates birds. He just sees Beat and he's like, oh fuck, it's Twitter, I'm out of here. But yeah, that's Wily. And that's Mega Man 5, so let's give chase to this old man, and hopefully he'll reveal the whereabouts of our own old man. Hey, we didn't even need to ask, he's just here. Yoink. Oh no! What? Why did you make the Wily Capsule load-bearing? And geez, speaking of load-bearing, dang, Mega Man, you've been lifting. Well, Wily escaped, but how are we gonna get out of here? We can't... Oh man, that ceiling blew up. But who could have saved us? Could it be the guy in the corner just watching everything? Who knows? Goodbye! Wayo, wayo, I'll be in the basement. Alright, that's Mega Man 5. It's Mega Man! So yeah, this is kind of the problem that both the Classic and X series has, is like, you get to the middle of the series, and it's just kind of there. Mega Man 5 isn't a bad game. Like, it's fun enough, it's just... It is Mega Man, but more so. It didn't really innovate much, you know, outside of the graphics. Like, The sprite work in this game is excellent, but that's pretty much the best thing I can say about it. And yeah, I think really the biggest flaw of it is the robot master weapons just really aren't fun. I didn't enjoy using them in this game, and I get that a lot of people probably won't run into that issue because we've all sort of been cursed by this idea that, like, we need to conserve energy all the time forever. So using weapons in a stage? No, can't do that. I was that way once, but, you know, I think it does actually make the Mega Man games more fun to use the boss weapons, which is why this game is, you know, more mediocre to me than some of the other games, because, God, they're just so underwhelming, the weapons. And speaking of underwhelming, wasn't a huge fan of the music either. Like everything else in this game, it's fine. You know, it's not bad or anything, it's just, I could point to any other Mega Man game and say, I like the way this does things better, except probably Mega Man 1 or 2. This game is better than Mega Man 1. That's not, like, it's kind of a low bar, but it is. I would prefer to play it over the first game, but yeah, other than that, it happens, and then it's done happening, and I guess, next time we'll move on to something else. So, yeah, now that we're done with Mega Man 5, the next game in the Mega Man series is Mega Man 5? I can't believe it, we're not escaping Mega Man 5! Oh no! We're going to be on Mega Man 5 for the rest of our days. Anyway, if you don't know what I mean by we're playing Mega Man 5, I guess you'll just have to wait and see for the next LP. That rhymed. Amazing. Ending off this LP on a high note. So, this has been Mega Man 5, I've been Fefner, and I'll see you next time for whatever I do next. Which is Mega Man 5, I just established that it is Mega Man 5.
I knew you'd risk yourself for Mr. Lincoln.